So it's 8 o'clock on Monday morning. I've just arrived at the studio, so I'm getting set up for today's commercial shoot. So I'm shooting for an eyewear company today, one of the biggest chains in the Northeast, independent chains. So we've got a pretty specific brief today. They want about 100 frame shots with male and female models against a white backdrop that they can use for advertising, websites, that sort of stuff. So I'm really conscious I don't just want to make this a really boring, too light white background setup. So what I'm going to do, as you'll see in the setup, is shoot this with a single deep para box from over the top of my head. So we're going to create some quite deep shadows with short shadows. So we're going to have the subject quite close to the background. So we're not casting big long shadows which can take the eye away from the glasses, because at the end of the day that's what we want to see. But just something a bit more stylized. So it should give us a pretty cool look for that. So keep watching, guys, and see all about the shoot on this. So we're all set up, just waiting for the client to get here now. So as I said before, we're setting up with a single deep para box with a grid on, as you can see in front of me there. I'm shooting tethered, using my Tether Tools tether cable, straight on the MacBook, which means the client can see the images as I'm shooting. It means we can change anything we need to change or fine tune it very quickly, rather than when it's too late after we've done the images. And what I've done around the outside of the room, you can see just over my shoulder there, I've set up 4 points around the room. Now, consistency is really key with this in terms of exposure, but also in terms of where the model's going to be looking and where they're going to be placing their glance and where they're going to be angling their head and all that sort of stuff. So I've set 4 points up across the room, which means the model, we can just shout out and say, right, number 1, they can look at that one, number 2, number 3, number 4. So it gives us 4 totally different looks, be absolutely consistent across each of the sets of glasses we shoot.
What we do here is go back.
So the shoot's going really well so far. We've shot a load of frames. We're just finishing up the ophthalmic frames, and now we're going to move on to the sunglasses. So I'm using a slightly different setup for this one, going a top-down softbox from above with a couple of triflectors underneath. But you've got to be careful when you're shooting glasses. You don't want really big reflections. So you might have noticed when we're shooting the ophthalmic frames, there's no lenses in the glasses. The guys from the company actually popped all the lenses out before we shot them, which saved on any bad reflections or anything coming out, because we're shooting the light directly into the frames. With the sunglasses, obviously, we don't have that option, so what we've done is light from above, a little bit of bounce back from the triflectors and the lenses of the sunglasses, but it works really well for this sort of thing. I've done it before, and you get like a nice shape in there too. What we're also doing with this setup The background behind me is a Dulux Storm Grey, so it's that colour for a particular reason. We're casting a coloured gel onto that background with another light on the floor behind me, which is going to turn that background to a full yellow. So that's it guys, full job done, all finished. We've shot about 900 frames in total today, so a lot of culling, a lot of editing to get back through the frames. We're really pleased with how it's gone. So we managed to do that whole shoot in about 5 hours. Obviously we condensed it down a lot for that video. If there's any questions or anything you'd like to know about the video, by all means comment down below and let me know if there's any specific questions or anything you want me to cover. So thanks very much for watching guys. Please remember to leave a comment, subscribe and a big thumbs up down below. Thanks very much.